Today on Black Permitting Shooting, I have another viewer request I'm going to fulfill today. Sterling Estes writes, thanks for the video, Mark. It would be great if you did a video on your various guns. Make, model, and how well they shoot. Thanks again. Well, Sterling, we're going to do that today. I have all 6 of the factory guns that I own right here on this table. And we're going to load them up and talk about each one of them and spank it a little bacon down there. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody, ear and eye protection is strongly recommended. Let's get started with the 1851 Navy. This 1851 Navy was gifted to me by a good friend of mine over in Pennsylvania. This one is a 44 caliber CVA brass gun. So what I've done since then is I've made this little case. I keep round balls in this little plastic thing. I get a nipple remover if I need that. And I bought a couple other goodies. A flask. I keep 3F chutes in this. Of course, cappers. A little screwdriver for various needs. And a big screwdriver that I can use to poke out the loads if it gets jammed. Let's get this thing loaded up. I'll show you how well it shoots. You put 25 grains of shoots in 3F. Start right here on this cylinder. Hard to see, but we'll put right there on that one. We'll get one of these round balls, put it right in there, and swing it around to the middle one. Unrelease that, and load it right up. And there goes number 5. The reason I keep that ball down that 5th cylinder is because I kept on loading the thing when I first got this gun, and there's nothing in it. So there is number 5 gone, and a round ball right here at the end. Reminds me not to load it anymore. Ding! I like that one. No! I killed it. Ding! Ding! Can I make it 5 in a row? Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Pretty cool for a cowboy action gun. The CVA makes it happen. Of course, she's a pretty good size hoggy down there too. That helps me a lot. The Lymans Great Plains 50 caliber pistol. This one's made in Italy by InvestArms. I really wanted the InvestArms model. I'd rather had this in Flint if Lymans would make one. Hint, hint to Lymans, because I know you have Flintlocks that would fit in there from this other gun. Anyway, but this one is percussion, and it loves Swiss and shoots and powder. And I usually use 30 grains or less of Swiss powder in this baby. I'm going to show you a fun little video if you want to see it. A little link right up here to trying out different powder loads of this thing, all the way down to 5 grains of 3F powder. Now that's pretty cool. You ought to have fun watching that one. See 30 grains of Swiss does to this rascal. I love it. I've had lots of fun shooting this rascal. Up next is the Lymans Great Plains rifle. Now this one is also an InvestArms model made in Italy. That's what I really wanted when I got this one. I picked this one up from Abes General Store at Christmas for 2020. And this thing has been a workhorse. We used it at the Pioneer Flats Shootout. I'll leave you a link to one of the 4 videos right up here in the corner if you wish to watch it. All day on Sunday and all day on Monday. And other than the flint getting dull, this thing worked flawlessly, and most of the shooters love shooting it. And this pistol that we use all weekend. I use the same powder horn of Swiss 3F for this Lymans rifle also. So I'll put 30 grains in here and turn around and load up a second time with 30 more. So we will prime it up with Swiss Noel B, which I carry in a little primer here. Now I should move back a little further away to justify shooting that, but the purpose of this one is to show you what type of firearms I have and how they work. So let's just pop him left-handed and make him cry a little bit. Woo, that made him cry. I love it. If you can find one of these Lymans Great Plain rifles in the vest arms, it is definitely worth the money to pick one of these up. This thing has been a rugged shooter. The Traditions 50 caliber Woodsman Hawken gun is next up on the list. This is the one that got me started in the hobby back in 2013. Mrs. Black Powder Meeting Shooter's brother called me one day and said, hey, I have a old smoke pole I want to give you, and you can get out and use it if you want to. So we rode out to his house. This is what he had. Gave me about 20 seconds of instruction on how to use it. He said, pour 2 of these little things of Pyrex down in the barrel and just set your bullet. I didn't have round ball. He had some type of a sabit, whatever they're called, stuck down in there. And you put a cap on here and you just fire it. Well, that wasn't enough instruction for me. I had balls stuck down in the barrel. I had to drill them out. I had them dry balled, all kinds of crazy stuff before I finally got this one where I can actually shoot it. So Mr. Bacon Dinner's in trouble again because we have 60 grains of 3F Swiss in here. Of course, the number 11 cap. Now let's just pounce on him and make him cry a little bit. That's a good gun. You could probably find these for 150 bucks in pawn shops here in Kentucky. Pretty common percussion gun. But this one is a shooter for sure. Next up is the old boy I've had since 2013. The Pedersoli Kentucky Flintlock rifle in 50 caliber. It's been a workhorse. I've wore out 2 locks on it. In fact, a friend of mine named Barry up in Indianapolis put me a used lock on here from one of the other guns he had junk to keep this thing running. And the barrel has actually been coned on the end by Brother Barry up there in Indianapolis. You want to see the results of his coning job? Check this little video project right up here. One of the cool features of this one is the target rifle. So it has 2 little triggers on it. Basically means if you pull it back in here, set that rear trigger, and the front one has a hair trigger on it. Or you can just pull the front one if you see a big Bambi running underneath if you don't have time to set the triggers. This particular gun likes to shoot in 3F. So I'll fill this little thing up to 60 grains of 3F. One thing I've done to this gun is I went to fiberglass rod. The wood ones break so easy. Got tired of using them. This one here, you ain't gonna hurt this rod. It is tough. Put a little bit of Swiss Noel B in the pan. Set that rear trigger. Let's spank Mr. Bacon. Yeah, love to make him sing like that. Been a very good rifle for the last 7 or 8 years and still use it a lot, even though it's beat up, scratched up. You've got some of the wood coming off of it there. Looks like a true frontier rifle. Right, Joe, from down in Gorman, Texas? You know about this one, right? Get that old Kentucky Flintlock good and blue. I didn't see where it hit.
I hit it.
Did you hit it?
I hit it.
I heard something.
Yes,
Yeah, it is moving.
Yes,
it is
sir.
moving. Now look at it. Awesome. Okay. Now let me ask you something. Why is it everybody in America, especially in Texas, can hit stuff with that gun and I can't? What's up with that?
I don't know, brother. I just don't know. It was just a lucky shot, that's all I could do.
Did you have your eyes open?
No. I did not.
You try that again?
Sure.
Awesome. Everybody. I like to see you hit that twice in a row, Joe. You spank that little target out there. 100 yards. A dinner plate. Yep. I believe you hit twice. I tell you what, you're going to walk home now. She's going to make sure you walk home.
If I'm walking home, I'm taking your gun with me.
Oh, well, you could probably hit some of that thing.
I like it.
You shoot that old. No. You don't want that gun. That's a beat up gun. That's been through wars back. And
that's just fine with me.
The Kentucky wilderness and the Kentucky creeks and snow and rain and heavens knows whatever else.
That's all right. I'll be glad to take it off your hands, brother.
I'm sure you would. You ready to try that again?
Sure. Why not?
Awesome. This one is a Pedersoli Indian trade gun. It is a 62 caliber or a 20 gauge gun. And I bought this strap from Mike Eater at Flintlocks LLC to put on this thing so I could carry it down here in the woods when I'm carrying cameras and zoo critters and stuff like that with me. It makes it a lot easier. It worked good in a trekking video that I put on this past summer, carrying guns a lot. Here's a link to that one if you wish to see me running through the woods stealing guns from Tanner Station. We had fun putting that one together. So let's get this one loaded up and see what happens. Got a .600 round ball down in there. Whoa, let's prime this big lock up on this rascal. Don't take much in there to make that work. Let's put the paddlings of Mr. Bacon. Yeah. He danced at dinner that time. What I like about this particular gun is you could put almost anything down the barrel and shoot it. I've put toothpicks in it, chicken skewers, what else? Arrows. Let's see what drinking straws do to the old balloons. 5 of them down in the old smoothie. Some of you have been known to shoot the ramrod right out of the end of your gun. I know a buddy of mine just shot one of mine out last year and it survived. Let's see what this will do. What else? Arrows. That $2.47 arrow from Walmart was pretty tough. Let's see what happens the second go around. See how well it survives. It didn't survive that time. This time we have 60 grains of shoots in 2F. .600 round ball and 8 of those little buck and ball loads. Let's spank old Mr. Piggy. Yeah. Well, there you go, Brother Sterling. That is the 6 guns that I have. I don't have any custom guns at all. I have nothing against custom guns, but I take these things out and use them in the woods and the fields and the creeks and the rivers of Eastern America. And that's what I like to do. Portray the common man as far as getting started in black powder shooting. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you on the next adventure.